Hello, Capricorn, my friend. Welcome into my channel, Joy to the World, and I am your reader, Melissa Joy. I love what is being set up. Now, if you would like for your world to go from black and white to color, from hard AF to ease and delight, to feel like you're a star and a star of whose show? Your show on top of the world, instead of always driving and directing and forcing and pushing about yourself. We aren't here to make a movie. We're here to live a life. Look at this. That old thing of trying to obtain the glory, you're like, no, I want the goods. Like if you want to look back at last week's reading, the pudding in your mouth. It's time for you to taste and see how delicious your life is, instead of just doing the actions and doing the accomplishing and the other things and quieting other people's cries by taking on their burdens and going, well, I have room to do it all and just do it all. Eventually I get to me, and then you get to you and it's more like just resting or going to exercise or making a meal and having that peace and calm. Friend, all that real estate that thug mug's been squatting up on is ready to bring in your joy to the world. It's ready to bring in your palace, your kingdom, your life, and however you decorate it and dance with it is up to you. They're like, get some cosmic, because cosmic is stirring things up. Yes, look at that again. Okay, there ain't no evil eye. That's the trick. If you're all about the evil eye, it gets you out into the world's perspective looking at you, and then you having to try and deal with that. Don't waste your time on the everybody else, on the out there beyond. No. Self-control. And not to control yourself at the controls, the helms of self. Where you gonna go? What you gonna do? What you gonna cook up? What you gonna make? What you gonna shake? What you gonna shine the light on? What you gonna leave behind, Capricorn? Not this. You're like, in my imagination, Joy, you got my mind wet. And it is overflowing. My mouth is salivating at the potential that life can finally be about me. Yes. That's why the lies of the world, some of the first things we were told is don't be so selfish, so self-centered. Well, let me tell you, selfless is here, selfish is here, and self-centered is right here. Because if you're in the center of the self, you ain't in anybody else's lane. You're not in their business. You're not in their genetics. You're not in their karma. You're not in their issues, their problems, their whatever. There is plenty of space and room in yourself for you and all your delights, right? But see, if we have been thrown off center from the earliest days, then that means all that prosperity of plenty of who we are and what we came in with into this life is like a free-for-all. It's kind of like when a hurricane comes and those that stay behind start looting the stores because nobody's there to catch them and can't tell them what they can and can't do. Fuck that, man. It's time for you to take hold of and stop offering your advantage to everyone else physically. Now, maybe like through this channel, because some of you may know I am a Capricorn sun, I'm affording the fullness of it because as you sit, watch, and listen, your mind, your color, yourself, your vibration is taking off and expanding from there, right? I just provide the yellow brick road, streets paved with gold, streets paved with gold. Yeah, you might want to check out the put your pudding in your mouth reading, because that card showed up there. Look how delicious that is. Dancing with yourself, because this is the space of self. This is the cosmic mind, so that your headspace isn't infiltrated by trash, debris, goldfish poop. Because that's what the world's been offering, is turn this way, turn that way. Oh, the trend is going this way, the trend's going that way. Well, if I were following trends, I don't even know what to do with this channel, because I didn't ever fit in any mold before. Sure, I can put those little titles and all these little promises that, oh, they're coming to you, and oh, this and that, whatever, to get more people clicking on it, more people subscribing and shining up. I want y'all shining up. But what I'm saying is all those tried and true ways, maybe life's trying to make a new way through me. Of just being real, authentic, and transparent, right? Being genuine to who I am. Because I don't want to clutter it with anything false, anything aberrant that's not coming from who I am. All right? So that's what they're talking about. This is coming from you. And where is it going? to you. And it's not going out into the outside world, the selfish, selfless, and that whole thing, tug of war, seesaw flipping about. No. Your world is that big and spacious, it could go way out and still come back purely to you. All right. So I see Eagle over here saying seize opportunities courageously, but I hear it saying seize opportunities graciously. Now, grace has been showing up here out at the seashore. There are these certain birds that come in with that energy, and they're saying it's different than more. Because we're not more than enough or less than enough or too much or not enough, all that enough with enough already, okay? We're plenty. But it gets us in that mindset of like, let me bring this all in and break it down and work with it. And so sometimes it's like stockpiling or whatever else, and that can bog and burden you down, weigh your boat down and cause it to tilt and to kick over. When they're talking about plenty, it's meaning everything that you need right now, it's all coming in those perfect bites. It's all coming into the awareness. You don't have to drive your awareness or parent your awareness or discipline your awareness or force your awareness. How about you get in tune with your awareness? Be aware with your awareness and be like, oh, what am I looking at? Oh, what's that about? And when it's something that is distracting, your soul and yourself will go, all right, stop being distracted, come on over here. But it will sound just like that, as opposed to demand, chop, chop, cut, because you don't know what you're cutting. That thing might need to be attached and be a part of the vine, the garden, the fruit, the whatever. It's just not a right now. You see what I'm saying? Look at what that brings in. Look at this authority and this mastery, not mastery in the sense of overcoming, but having the fullness of, having the wisdom in, having the experience with. You know, sometimes you go in the door and sometimes you come out the door. It's not being limited by this single-mindedness, you know, of just, we want to be whole-brained. We want to be whole-brained, Capricorn. So what else would you, I see what skinnying up the Ace of Cups is like. Do not put me away, Joy. Put me with that new world, that dreams come to life, that observing what my world is coming to me, because it will introduce itself to you. Maybe you could introduce yourself back and wake up in the morning and go, hi, life. I'll say Joy's here because I go by Joy outside the channel, but Joy's here. I'm ready. I love you. I love this. Thanks for everything today. Thanks for everything. Thanks for knowing me. Thanks for bringing it to me. Thanks for showing it to me. As simple as that. You see what I mean? And then at the end of the day, you might actually have something to be thankful for. And I don't mean that gratitude list and that attitude list. I'm talking about the grace. The thing that we invite it in. And not the specifics like that, inviting life in to come dance with you throughout the day. And when you've had a great day and things just, you have these surprises and these opportunities, don't you sit at your next meal or in the evening, you're like, wow, oh, and it might even get to a state where your life is so rich and so full of it that you, at the evening, you can't even think to do it because you're just appreciating it each moment. That's what real appreciation is you don't have to cognize any of it. You don't have to think it through in words. You're just like, wow, oh, that's wonderful. Do you see what I mean? It's not scripted. This isn't a play. This isn't a show. This is life, and you're experiencing it. And in that moment, that sensation, getting to experience it in your body, what satisfaction and fulfillment actually feel like, that is praise to the Most High. That is glory to the fullness of life and the full extent. It is feeding and nourishing your soul and yourself, where your life comes from. Because if you're just hearing it phonetically, soul can be S-O-L, which means sun, right? All right. And I love it. Look at this. And that's blowing the roof off of that old stuff, that old mindset of building a tower, of being able to build your happiness and earn your happiness and work for your happiness and achieve your happiness and maintain your happiness and throw people off of your happiness. Cognize. That means the working of the wheels of the mind in order to see, make, or understand what is going on. No. Let's be natural. Because when we're natural, we move at the speed of light and actually fast. It's seen before you see it. It's shown to you. That's you getting in harmony with your life and doing away with the craptastic, the sacrifice, the starting with the dead and trying to bring it to life. No, no. Life is connected to life because inside that seed there is still germ, and that germ is the essence of life. All it's waiting for is the right condition. And so that's what we're talking about here, is the condition, not the conditions, being conditioning, this old stuff. No, we're talking about this stuff. Being in that state of and knowing and recognizing that you already are appreciative, that you already are thankful, that you're loving your life. And when you begin loving your life, life can love you back. It's loving you all day long, but it's only when you begin, or you invite it in, or you start to recognize and notice that it can conjugate and grow. But it's not going to be any gremlins, friend. It's going to be glory. From grace to glory, to grace to glory. All right, any other words, parting words for Capricorn? So it's doing away with the old conditions. 11:11, for whoever's wondering of what the mind thinks love is. Love is all things. Love is all things displayed from life. Let life love on you by loving your life, by choosing joy, by choosing yourself. Get into the center of yourself, my friend. Watch the peace begin to spring up. Watch the provision and protection start to come in. Watch the songs and the signs of the universe begin to awaken that part of you, and the conversation will cut on, and the dead and the shadows will fall away. Because when you're looking at the sun, what shadows? What shadows? People can come along. Don't you see that shadow? Don't you see that problem? Don't you see that? Like, what shadow? When you're looking at the sun, what a shadow, huh? That shat can stay where it's at, behind me, because I have an invitation that I am following. That is yourself speaking to yourself, and it does away with all those planets that we can't see, like the Neptune that promises unfulfilled. Like the dream was just good enough, but you never get to taste it. You're always hungry, right? The Uranus or the Uranus, thinking that things have to push you around or force you to make it happen, and the stress versus the bliss. Or getting on out into Pluto, where it destroys another or takes from another or demolishes another energy, person, place, or thing to bring life to one. No, that's like the Lorax, the figuring on biggering. That's not the power of Jupiter and the sun. You might check out this week's collective reading, because it was talking about that in there. It's talking about how do we live our lives when all these planets and energies and this new stuff is coming about, and putting it here at this channel. We put it into your hands, into your language, and into your life. I don't. I'm premeditating you. I'm pre-tarot reading you. I'm telling you, you're the whole zodiac, and more than that, you are liberated from it all. You're a creator. You're a creator. You're beautiful and you're divine. That's what the crayon's all about. So ease on down the road. Ease on down the road, and watch that color come back with you into your life as it comes into your heart, your mind, your soul, and into your story. All right? That's what Wizard of Oz was actually about. She had lost her mother. And the mother is the soft side of us, the organ side of us, the receptive side of us, the part of us that touches, tastes, feels, and smells, and brings it all together into what? What is that sixth sense? It is common sense. When this becomes common to you is what lets you know that you are in the center of yourself, because it is the language of the spheres, and it is all speaking to you, and it is perfect and divine, and you don't have to try and translate or convince or get anybody else on board, because you're like, I am, and I am doing this today, and I am enjoying this today, and I am clicking that like button on Joy's channel before I go. All right, friend. You know, you can always choose to do whatever you want, but I'd love to have you here. I'd love to have your vote. I'd love to have this channel get leveled up. Help us rise to the top. All right, I love you.